We come to the second part of the video. We have seen about anchoring dates, especially in Dow Jones. Let's see some anchoring dates which are in Nifty this time. We see from November 1995 up to the high of January 2008, we got a cycle which was somewhere around 12 years. 12 years is nothing but 144 months. Important, or maybe the number 144 has been very important. Similarly, if we see from the bottom of November 1995 to the high of November 2010, that gives us a cycle of 15 years or maybe 180 months. So if you want to keep on learning this kind of things, probably you can just contact us. We'll probably try to help you with rest of the stuff for understanding this bigger cycles also, as well as the smaller cycles which may be tending for smaller time frames. Again, if we have seen in terms of W. Gann, he is talking about half a time meant 180 degrees, 180 days or years. So this can be also termed as months. Probably the cycles have been there in terms of time. So these are few of the examples of squaring of time and price. Now, last time we have also seen in terms of 360 degrees, 360 days, and we have also seen something about 1260, 1290 times, leading us to a cycle of 40 years. Now, what is exactly this? What we see is between 1290 and 1260, there is a gap of 30 days. So this is a difference. So where and how to add this 30 days together? So if we see on page 272 of Tunnel Through the Air, the first para which is there, he says time, times and half times. So if we consider time as 1, of course, we know that time is 360 degree, but for just for the sake of equation, 1 plus times is 1 into 2 because times is 2 times. That is what we understand. Plus half, that is 0.5. So if we have, and if we in this equation equate time is equal to 360, then we have 360 plus 360 into 2 plus 360 divided by 2. That it comes to 360 plus 720 plus 180. So it comes to around 1260 days or 3.5 years, 42 months or 180 weeks. So the calculations are elaborative over here. 3 years, 5 months, 42 months approximately, 180 weeks, or you can say 1260 calendar days approximately. So this is how it has been coming up to in terms of the calculations. If we look at this, that is 1260 days and 1290 days. Of course, we have a difference of 30 days. So this difference has been added. So that is 1260 days plus 30 days is equal to 1290 days. And we see that the time cycle which is there, that comes to 360 days, and the solar year which is there of 365.2422. Of course, this 0.2422 adds up together for a leap year. So we need to have those also into calculations. Again, if you see in the solar cycle which is there, for solar cycle, we have 5.2422 days. 365.2422 days minus 360, which is 360 is from the time year. We have a difference of 5.2422 days. We have to again adjust this because this is actually as per reality. Every year we are being left out with 5.2422 days if we consider a cycle of 360. So we need to somewhere balance around that. So in a solar year, 365.2422 days, and time year we have 360 days. We have been left out with these days. We have to find out the correlation between this 5.2422 solar days and the 30 days of time days. So because we have this from the 360 year cycle, so 360 years days is the time years. We need to have an equation between these two. So if we try to do one basic thing which is there is 5.2422 is from 1 year. So if 5.2422 is for 1 year, 30 days is going to be for how many years? If we try to divide 30 by 5, we have something as 5.7, or if we have 30 divided by 5, we have exactly as 6. So this 30 days are to be added after every 6 years. This is what we come down to a conclusion, so that we have this two cycles matching of 360 time days, or maybe 360 making to a year, and 365.2422 as a solar year. So 30 days are to be added after every 6 years, and 30 days is coming as a leap month. Leap month is a concept again, and we know about something as a leap year, where we add 1 day at the end of the year. Again, we need to match this. So 30 days are to be added after every 6 years. So we have this calculation which will be coming into picture. Even if we add that, we know that there's going to be some slight difference in terms of calculation because of this 0.2422. We have seen these calculations. There are some differences. Let's try to adjust these differences also, because these are actual days. So when it comes to actual days, we have to do the calculations accordingly. So for the 6 year calculations, if we go accordingly, so that is 6 into 360 plus we have to add 30 days, because we have seen that 30 days are to be added. So it comes to 2190 days. And if we divide this 2190 days by 365.2422, this is again for the actual year, our solar year, it comes to 5.99. But if you see carefully, if we divide 2190 by 365, we are getting exactly 6 years. When we do this actual calculation, maybe probably there's some slight error we need to have. We need to consider about this part also. So 30 days to be added after 6 years, the calculations which are there in detail over here. If we try, maybe say for 6 years, we have 360. For 6 years, let's say this is a cycle. 6 years into 360 plus 30 days, it comes to 2190 days. The difference is going to be there. So what we do is we again try to multiply this entire cycle of 2190 days. We consider this as one cycle. And if we have 6 similar cycles, so that is 6 numbers into 6 years. That is 6 into 2190. So this 2190 is considered as an entire cycle of 6 years, just for the sake of calculations over here. So we get 13,140 days. Again, if we try to divide this 13,140 days by 365, we are getting 35.97 or 36 years. So again, there is a slight error. I'll tell you why this error is going to be there. 7 cycles into 6 years, we have 7 into 2190, and again there's going to be a slight difference. So maybe probably the slight difference is coming integrally inside this 2190 days, because that is going to be a specific cycle. Rest of them are out going to be just multiples. So this is the basic pattern, and every time we are going to get some error. Why? Because this is at the end of the day going to be just be a multiple of 2190. So we need to do some calculations further. So let's try to do further R&D. So this is coming to 36 years. And if we go for the next cycle, that is instead of 6 cycles, we are going for 7 number of cycles. Now this 7 number of cycles is for a 6 years time period, which is 2190. So if we have 7 years, we go for 42, but probably again the error is going to be there. So midway, we need to find somewhere around a solution. Let's go for 40 years. Now the calculations are going to be for 36 years and for 4 years. Now we are adding this 30 days. So 40 into 36 plus 30 days. So 30 days to be added after 6 years, that is 36, comes to 6 into 6 years, that is 6 into 2190 days. We know this 6 cycles which have been added to 2190 days. So that comes to 13140 days. That is again an error. If we add this 4 years, that is 4 into 360 plus 30 days plus 30 days as a limp month. This comes to 4.027 years. So this is something maybe slightly additional. Maybe this may be compensating for this difference. So it comes to 40. That is 36 plus 4, and it is 14,610. This is the time days which are there, because we are considering the calculations as per 360 days as a year. So if we add this, these are going to be the calculations. 40 years, 36 plus 4 years, 14,610 time days. 40 solar years comes to 14,600 solar days. If we have the calculations for 40 solar years, it is coming to 14,600 solar days. Now these are the actual days which are there, and we have as per the time days, it comes to 14,610. So there is a difference of 10 days. So we have to adjust this 10 days. What are these 10 days for? Now let's go for the leap year concept. What we have for a leap year is every 4 years we are going to add 1 day. So 1 day every 4 years. And if we go for maybe 10 days for 10 years. So if we add 10 years for 10 days on the concept of leap year, we have this cycle which has been completed, and this 10 days which are as extra coming from our 360 days cycle, we are able to have an entire justification for that. So 40 years is what we are getting altogether. And that is how we have a cycle which is leading from 1260, 1290 days to a cycle of 40 years. So this is how these calculations have been done. In probably the next video, we'll also go for 490 and what is this cycle, because that is coming from 17 to 7. That is there from the Daniel's prophecy. So we'll see about that also. If you want to keep on learning this kind of things, probably you can just contact us, get in contact with us, and we'll probably try to help you with rest of the stuff for understanding this bigger cycles also, as well as the smaller cycles which may be tending for smaller time frames. So thank you for now. We'll get in touch with you in the next video. Bye. Have a nice day.